Welcome back to Win-Win Power News. Ministry of Power has attributed the slow pace of capacity addition in India's power sector to various problems such as low growth, cumbersome implementation, relatively obsolete technology and low performance of generation utilities. While inaugurating India Electricity 2009, Minister of State for Power Mr. Bharat Singh Solanki stressed on the capacity building needs in the area of fuel resources and the need for ensuring the availability of coal, natural gas and LNG for smooth running of the power plants.
India Electricity 2009, the three-day conference organized jointly by the Ministry of Power and FICCI, was inaugurated by Mr. Bharat Singh Solanki, Minister of State for Power. While speaking on the occasion, Mr. Solanki said that the opportunity in India's power sector is for real and it needs a long-term commitment and planning. The Indian power sector is faced with the problem of viability and marketing risk, inadequate fuel supplies along with operational inefficiency, with a gap of Rs 5 lakh crores in financing of capacity addition projects staring it in the face. In order to achieve financial closure in a time-bound manner, experts feel that the exposure limit of banks and financial institutions for financing power sector companies should be increased. The limit should be increased from 20 to 30% for individual borrowers and from 50 to 70% for group borrowers. The capacity addition in the area of project management has been identified as an area of utmost importance. The Power Ministry has stressed on the capacity building needs in the area of fuel resources and the need for ensuring the availability of coal, natural gas and LNG for running the power plants smoothly. The Power Ministry is also focusing strongly on building capacities for development of manpower resources to meet the requirements of all the business segments.
Already more than 50 ITIs have been adopted by our CPSUs. Some DVC, for example, is building 3 ITIs in the project areas where they are doing the construction work. Because manpower shortage is today a major constraint in accelerating the power sector development.
The Planning Commission has indicated that the country is going to miss the capacity addition target of 78,700 megawatt by the end of the 11th plan period. Instead, the actual capacity addition will be of the order of 60,000 megawatt. At a meeting chaired by Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, it was said that even the addition of 60,000 megawatt will be at a higher side as compared to the 8th, 9th and 10th five-year plans.
India will miss its target of adding 78,577 megawatts of power generation capacity in the 5 years to March 2012 by almost a quarter because of shortage of fuels such as coal and gas to fire electricity plants. The inability to meet the target could hurt India's ability to meet rising demand for power. India has a power generation capacity of 1,50,000 megawatts and it planned to add 78,577 megawatts in the 11th plan. Missing power generation targets isn't new to India. In the 8th plan period, a generation capacity addition target of 31,000 megawatt was set, but only 16,000 megawatts was achieved. In the 9th plan, against a target of 40,000 megawatts, only 19,000 megawatts was achieved. In the 10th plan, against a target of 41,000 megawatts, only 21,000 megawatts was added. Progress on the current plan so far has been as bad, with only 9,300 megawatts of generation capacity added in 2007 to 2008 against a target of 12,000 megawatts, and only 3,500 megawatts was added against the target of 11,000 megawatts between 2008 to 2009.
We have reached to 4,123. We are trying. There was slippage because of many factors, many reasons, and we have reached almost 72%. And we'll try to cope up in the coming next time.
Ministry of Power linked the slippages to the inadequate fuel supply. According to MOP, in addition to 60,000 megawatts which has now been projected, there will be capacity addition of 12,000 megawatts by captive power projects, which has not been included in the Power Ministry's target of 78,700 megawatts. Of the 12,000 megawatts of captive power projects, 2,700 megawatts has already been commissioned and the balance is under construction. Thus, the actual capacity addition will be 72,000 megawatts by the end of the 11th plan.
There is no denying the fact that coal shortage may be one of the key reasons for India being unable to meet the capacity addition targets. The convoluted policy framework in coal mining sector has resulted in inadequate private sector participation. project implementation and production enhancement. The coal producers also find themselves in a predicament in light of difficulty in demand forecast and hence may be tentative in investment decisions.
According to the Central Electricity Authority, 16,395 megawatts, which is 20% capacity, is already commissioned till date, while 64,215 megawatts, which is 80%, is under construction. Coal linkages have been provided to all thermal projects. A capacity of 14,507 megawatts is scheduled for commissioning during 2009 to 2010. Besides, projects aggregating to 32,000 megawatts capacity for commissioning during the 12th plan are also under execution. CEA has observed that the delay in 11th plan projects was largely due to delays in placement of orders, mainly civil works and balance of plants, delay and non-sequential supply of material for the main plant and BOPs, shortage of skilled manpower for erection and commissioning and contractual disputes. Moreover, the inadequate deployment of construction machinery, shortage of fuel, gas and nuclear, delays in land acquisition, and delays in creation of infrastructure facilities have added to the already existing slippages.
At a time when the country is missing most of its capacity addition target, there are still some PSUs which have shown remarkable progress and surpassed many milestones. The country's largest 1500 megawatt Natpa Jhakri hydropower station of public sector Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited has established yet another landmark of producing highest ever monthly generation during July 2009, since the start of commercial operations in the year 2003-2004.
The 1500 megawatt Natpa Jhakri hydropower station has achieved yet another distinction of generating more than 1,000 million units of electricity every month continuously during the last 3 months. This hat-trick of record generation has been achieved by the power station during the month of June, July and August 2009, during which the station produced 1,069 MUs in the month of June, 1,144 MUs in July and 1,071 MUs in the month of August 2009. During these 3 months, the plant has generated 3,284 MUs against the target of 2,974 MUs and has thus produced 310 MUs more than the MOU target given by the Ministry of Power, Government of India. This record generation has been achieved by the power station at a time when the country at large was facing acute shortage in generation at its major hydropower stations due to low inflow in the rivers. SGVNL has expanded its work by getting into joint venture with Government of Uttarakhand for working on 300 megawatt Devsari project. It has plans to expand in other states as well. The company is also executing the hydroelectric projects in Uttarakhand and one project in Nepal, besides preparing DPR of 2 projects in Bhutan. Breaking its own previous records, the power station has created history in hydropower generation in India by producing 1,143.7 MUs in a month at an average daily generation of 36.9 MUs. The power station is supplying timely power to the northern grid, with states of Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Chandigarh and Delhi being the beneficiaries. This success of SGVNL is indeed an example for other hydropower stations in the country to follow.
Well, it's time to go on another short break, and on the other side, we'll have with us Mr. R.N. Mukhija, Member of Board, Larsen & Toubro, to discuss about restructured APDRP. Stay with us.